But first, we're continuing to follow up on the partial parking garage collapse at Bayshore Mall. Folks with cars in that garage were finally able to get them out, but not without some legal paperwork. TMJ4's investigative reporter Jenna Bower digs into the liability of waiving your rights away for your own personal property.
Right now, things are pretty quiet here at Bayshore Mall, but on Thursday, it was a different story as crews were removing some of the remaining cars that are in this parking structure behind me. Now, we talked to some of the customers whose cars were in here for a week. They say they were asked to sign a waiver removing Bayshore's liability on their own property.
It was really nerve-wracking because we didn't know if it was going to be months, 2 months, 3 months, a week.
A week later, Jenna Bower and others got their cars back. But those people tell me getting possession of their personal property wasn't as easy as they thought.
I got a copy of what the waiver they wanted us to sign looked like the night before, so I was able to read over it, and I actually showed it to a lawyer, and he advised me not to sign it.
The I-Team talked to 3 people whose cars were stuck in Bayshore's garage. They all say they were asked to sign this waiver that states they've had an opportunity to perform a satisfactory inspection of the vehicle prior to its removal. In addition, if signed, that person gives up their right to sue Bayshore for any property damage sustained to the vehicle while it was in the mall's possession.
We signed the waivers before we had the inspection on our vehicle.
What's really unusual in this situation isn't the signing of waivers. People sign waivers all the time. What's really unusual is being forced to sign a waiver, if it's true, before receiving your vehicle back. It's not something I would advise my clients to do.
Joe Newbold's the head of litigation at O'Neill, Cannon, Holman, DeYoung in Lang.
If they're not able to get their car back without signing a waiver, there's a pretty good argument that they've signed that waiver under duress and it's not enforceable.
Newbold says it's crucial you read over all waivers and even have an attorney look over it before signing. But if you don't have that option, Newbold says you can cross things out.
You're not going to be bound by whatever it is that you've crossed out. It's a little bit tricky to expect a consumer to go through a waiver and understand everything and cross out everything that they agree or don't agree to.
Bower and other people we talked to say they crossed out the entire bottom portion, which Newbold says was the most problematic part, saying you've inspected your car and that Bayshore isn't responsible for damages.
I get that the company wants to get people's contact information, but to demand that they sign that, acknowledging that they know everything that's wrong with the vehicle before they get it back, it seems like a little bit of a stretch.
We reached out to Bayshore's PR firm to ask them why they had this waiver in the first place and why they felt the need for customers to sign it. They didn't get back to us by deadline. For the I-Team, I'm Jenna Bower.